Hello, I'm Wally Haas. I'm your host for Rockford on the Record. I'm with John Grove of the Convention and Visitors Bureau. And John, you know, tourism is really taken off in Rockford. It's one of the community's strengths. But how do you put things together? How do you plan for the future? You've got so much going on. How does all this fall together?
Well, it certainly takes time and it takes a lot of partners. Before the pandemic, the economic value of tourism, how much visitors spend here locally, had grown for 10 years in a row at rates faster than the rest of the state of Illinois. So we were proud of that. But that goes back to good planning, great marketing, and a lot of great partnerships. When you think to the past, you think of some big projects that were accomplished, like the expansion of Sports Core 2, or the opening of the Sports Factory, the development of the Embassy Suites, or the coming attraction of the big new casino, the Hard Rock. All of those things were in plans and priorities that the community had put together in years past, or they were part of a shared vision. So looking to the future, we want to do that again. We want to look to the future and say, as a community, what's important and where are we going to grow? So we're in that process now.
So are you doing a resident survey? How are you getting the feedback to develop this plan?
So it's a multi-month process with a lot of input, a lot of data analysis, and a lot of, there will be community visioning sessions and opportunities for residents to be involved in the next several months. But right now, residents can take a survey. It takes about 10 minutes to just give us their thoughts on the best attributes of our community from their lens as residents, but also thinking about when visitors come to town, maybe friends or family or coworkers that they host. And they can also kind of, from an aspirational perspective, when you travel elsewhere, what do you see that you like, that you think would be great here? So there's questions along those lines as well. And a bonus, everybody who completes the survey, Beefaroo's being a great partner, everybody gets a free cheese fry. So, pretty little good, tasty incentive there at the end. So
that's worth it right there.
Right there, you 10 minutes of your time and free cheese fries, and your input and thoughts get to be part of the future of our community. So GoRockford.com/survey in English and in Spanish. Folks can take the survey and give us their feedback.
How does the work that you're doing intersect with what the Rockford Arts Council is doing in its survey work?
Great question. So wanting to make sure that we didn't duplicate and knowing that arts and culture is so important to the overall resident experience and visitor experience and what makes our community really unique. We're partnered up on the arts and culture component of our plan by supporting the cultural plan work that the Arts Council is doing. So Mary McNamara Bernstein, their executive director, is on our steering committee. I sit on the steering committee for that planning effort. Even just today, our consulting teams were talking together, making sure they were sharing information so that we weren't duplicating, and the end results of the cultural plan and the overall destination master plan are aligned.
So when will this be complete?
So I would say that the destination master plan, which we're calling Momentum 2035, will be completed probably spring, April, May of next year.
Oh, pretty quickly then.
Yeah, so we've been underway for a few months and have a great team, a great steering committee of local residents from a variety of different sectors, arts and culture, like we talked about, sports, outdoor recreation, hotels, et cetera, steering the process. And within about 6 months, we'll have the plan back.
It's a lot of good work, a lot of good partners. Go Rockford.
Go Rockford.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, thank you very much, John.
Thanks,
hey,
Wally.
that's it for this episode of Rockford on the Record. I'm your host, Wally Haas.